Hi, I'm Aniston Holton, and thank you for meeting with me today. So let's dive in. I want you to understand that this interview is completely confidential, but it will be shared with my teacher and my classmates. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a 19-year-old male. I go to college. I'm in Gordon right now for a business degree. I am finishing up in May, and then I plan to transfer to Southern Crescent, and I'm going to try to get my welding degree. Um,
Do you have any big plans coming up?
I just got
How'd you-
engaged in March. In March, and we're getting married in December, so I have all that stress to deal with. Um, I played a lot of sports: football, basketball, soccer, golf. I ran track one year. It was miserable. But I did it. I was on Quiz Bowl. I do a lot of things.
Okay, so what was it like growing up in your family? Like, was it big? Was it small?
Um, it's pretty big. I have one sister. She's like full blooded. We share the same mom and dad. Then I have two half brothers. We both have I have one that shares the same mom, different dad, and then the other one shares the same dad and different mom. And then I have two stepbrothers who my mom married their dad, and then I have a stepsister who's my mom married their dad also. So in total, four brothers and two sisters, and three dads for me.
So, big family.
Very big family.
Okay, so have you ever done therapy before?
No, no, I don't like to talk about things personally, so this is
Okay.
out of my comfort zone.
So, what exactly is the problem that you're struggling with?
Um, I feel like my problem is my multiple father figures in my life have helped me because I've come to know different things and learn different things, but it's like also crippled me because I really don't know who I am, my self identity, and I feel like my biological father could help me the most from that. But I don't know, it's been a struggle because I've been exposed to so many different types. They're all three different lifestyles that we live, so I don't know which one I feel like is me or how I can manage to mix them all together to become somebody that I'm proud of.
So, you're kind of mixed up in what your identity should be.
Most definitely. I'm
Okay.
lost.
So, I know you said you have never done therapy before. So, how have you been coping with your problems?
I would say mostly just I don't like to think about it. I'm a very friendly person and I don't like to be I don't know what the word is, like a disruption to people. So I just kind of go with the flow.
More in denial about it?
Yeah, I just kind of just don't even think about it. If I'm with my dad, I'm doing what he likes to do. If I'm with my stepdad, I do what he likes to do. Whenever I was with my other stepdad, we were always doing stuff that he was liking to do. So I don't really know what I like to do because I think I like it all, but I guess do it because
They do it.
they do it
Kind of more to
basically.
make them happy.
Right.
So, I know by what you're saying and what I observe is that you struggle with your identity because of the relationship between your biological fathers and your additional fathers that you've had in your life, correct?
Pretty. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so um, what do you want this therapy to do for you?
I guess to help me figure out how I can figure out ways to understand what I like and not what I think I'm supposed to like due to my father's liking all different things.
Do you think that the lack of which you have multiple father figures, but the lack of your biological father being involved, do you think that will cause issues in you being a father in the future? Because I know you said that you're newly engaged.
Yes and no. I would say yes because like I'm not really sure how to I have a strong connection with all three, even the father that's not in my life anymore because he obviously isn't married to my mom. But I like was very close to all of them, and I still relatively am. It's just I don't know how to have that like really good, strong, always around you, showing you love and affection all the time. So I don't know. That's my cripple, but I do. I feel like it might help me though because I also like know what I don't want to be like. I know what I need to do to show what a kid needs because I didn't get that necessarily.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can definitely say, like, from my personal experience growing up, my father was involved, but my mom's father was not. So I did see that aspect of her. My dad's father was not completely involved. He was always at work. So I can see how my dad parented was a result of how his father parented. So it does coincide with one another and correlate. So, what's like the main goal you want to get out of therapy? Like, do you want a better relationship with your biological father? Do you want to discover your identity? Does it hurt your body physically, mentally, emotionally? Like, what are your biggest struggles with this problem?
I say it's all mentally, cause like I have my dad. They probably already know that that I'm struggling with anything. Cause it's all just mental. I like to keep it to myself, and I just don't know what I like. Like I have a lot of things I have to make in my decision that's going to affect my entire life. So if I think I like this one thing because that's what my stepdad likes to do I really want to base my whole life around it and it's not really who I am? Or do I want to do another thing that I think I like to do because my actual father likes to do it? And just so on and so on. My goal is to figure out what I want to do and what I enjoy with what will make me happy.
So I can definitely think of some things that we could work on, but do you have any ideas to start off? Or do you want me to just list my options?
I guess maybe confront all my father figures about things to let them know.
So you want to confront all of them, even the one that's not technically involved anymore? Even though I know you said you're somewhat involved with him in certain activities because you're brother.
I feel like maybe by confronting him also, it'll help me because they were all very important in my raising. Like, even now I still talk to them. So I feel like if they all understand what I'm struggling with, they can help me talk to me about how I was growing up, what I seem to enjoy, what I really like.
It may bring actual attention to them because if you're just feeling like you're wearing a mask, they don't know how you really are on the inside if you've always been that way.
Because I was with my dad my entire life, even though it was in and out every other weekend, stuff like that with divorce. With my stepdad, I was with him since I was 2 to 9 years old. So when you're a kid, you don't really fake things. You either like it or you don't. So
they definitely had an impact. He could tell
if I actually liked it or not. Now my stepdad I have now, he's taught me a lot, but I don't really know if I like it. And he can help me figure out do you want to talk about this? Do you want to go do this? And different things. Because I enjoy it all. But
they've all helped you in different avenues. You're just wanting to find out what's your true self.
Yeah, basically.
More so. Okay. So while you were stating certain things, I wrote down some options that we could have for you. I think the best thing will be meeting with your biological father first, because if he has no idea that this problem's going on, because like you said, you're living in denial, you have for years until you've been wanting to seek therapy, I think you need to meet with him first and just confront him and say, hey, Dad, you were a good dad, you were involved in my life, you came to sporting events, but I still don't know that much about you because you weren't as involved as you could have been as a full-time dad. What do you think about that?
I think that'll definitely help because now, I see him maybe. It feels like I went and played golf with him just the other day, and we were out there for 4 or 5 hours, but we only talked maybe 5 minutes of it, and he's just really collective to himself, so it'll be hard to. And I guess I got that from him, but we both need to, really talk it out, and it'll hopefully help.
Because you never know. He may have the same issues. He may be I've never known how to be a dad. Because he could have had father issues.
His dad, was in his picture, but it was just he was also very closed about it. Didn't like to talk. Doesn't like to express.
Because also that time and day, too.
Feelings.
So, do you want to set up a meeting with your other stepfather, the one that has the brother?
Yeah, I'll probably talk to all of them. They'll probably help me. And they can all give me different
And then your stepfather, you live with him now, right?
Right.
So you could talk to him
anytime.
Anytime. Yeah. Okay. So I say first we need to set up an intervention or not really an intervention, but a meeting with your dad and just discuss hey, Dad, I have a lot of situations in my life that are coming up, big life choices. And before I start and raise a family, I need to figure out who I actually am as a person. So let's set that up and let's try and get that done within, I think, the next 2 weeks. And then we can meet with your other stepdad. I say within the next month because if he's not as involved, it may be harder to meet with them, but also it may not be as necessary as your biological father. Because they do say, while studying in psychology and stuff, father figures do have a lot of impact So if you had multiple ones, that can impact you just as much as not having any. So, and then we can meet with your stepdad that you live with, I guess, anytime, but let's range that really in a month too. And I say, after you meet with your dad, meet back with me, but what do you think you want to talk about with your dad? Like, more than just about finding your identity. Like, let's dig deeper. Let's find some things. I know this is hard, but we can do it.
I guess we can talk about just things that we did whenever I was growing up that he could tell I was actually happy while doing. Because, like, I played sports. I played baseball since I was, like, 3 years old. I feel like I always enjoyed playing sports and I loved it. And he was always, like, there. He's my coach sometimes. He was always at my games and always like that. So, I guess to see if, was he like that? Was I like that? Like, do I like sports because he likes sports, or did he not really force me to play sports? I started at a young age. I don't really remember anything. He's a Notre Dame fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan. So I just want to figure out if I'm just trying to, like, please him or if it's actually stuff that I like and want to do. So yes. I guess just talk. He could help me figure that out. If he actually forced me to do things, I'm sure he wouldn't mind telling me, like, yeah, I, like, recommended to play baseball because I wanted to see you play baseball, or if it was me that wanted to be like, hey, Dad, do I want to play baseball? Do I even like baseball? Do I want to watch football with you every Saturday?
Yes, I think that's a very good starting point. So we can set that up with your dad and then meet with me after your dad. So in the next 3 weeks, I want to meet with you for a follow-up interview. Do you have any more questions or any more goals that you want to accomplish in therapy?
Not as of now, but I'm sure whenever I have this first talk with my dad, it'll bring up some more things I might realize that I might need help with. But
so I'm glad that you met with me today, and I really hope all goes well with your interview or with your talk with your dad. And I hope we can definitely get this situation with your identity figured out. Thank you.